Alright, this is American Garage. We have some Japanese machinery here. This is a 1979 Honda XL250. It is extremely clapped out. It is a pain to start. The carburetor I've rebuilt. My son helped me rebuild it. Still a pain to start. Pretty sure it has really low compression, but the previous owner that I got it from, he said the rear brake shoes were too small and it binds up. But if you look at this Jim Riggery here, there's a spring that barely goes over the outside edge of that, and that mount to the frame here. I think that's a frame. Yeah, the frame is the only thing stopping the spring there, and then you got this giant washer sitting there, and then this spring, and that's why this damn thing's binding up. It's because it doesn't have enough return force, and it's old, and the bushing probably right inside on the shaft is probably swollen, which has made this thing kind of a pain to move. And then the brake light switch, its guts are completely gone. There is nothing in there but rust. They're like, yeah. I think that's a brake light switch. No, that is not. The hell is that? Oh well. Then decompression levers work nicely when it turns over and stuff, but I'll go ahead and give it a kick or two here and do it backwards to make it a little easier on myself one-handed. So yeah. It's already in neutral. I usually put that tarp over it, but yeah, can't get a good kick on it because I can't tell where top dead center is because every single kick feels like the same. But yeah, you can hear it getting two good pops out of it. But we got a Suzuki speedometer on here that fogs up, and nothing I can do about that. None of the light switches or anything work. No headlight. Well, the headlight's blown out. Haven't even bothered diagnosing it. I got 2 new Pirelli off-road tires for it, but been holding off on it because I'm pretty sure the brakes need to be done. And I don't know if you can see it, but like everything's covered in rain up here in Washington State, and it's just been pissing down rain. But over here we got my 97 Kawasaki KLF 300 4x4 shaft drive. Carburetor issues, but I can get it to run randomly, and the thing's fun as hell. It does pretty damn good fucking donuts with dry rotted ass tires. I got that thing for free off the side of the road. Literally pushed it like 1.5 miles down the road with the front brakes halfway locked up. I was dead by the fucking like 500 foot mark, excuse my language. Then we got my son's 97 Escort. Also, we're in the process of putting a new cylinder head on this. We got the new head sitting there. We were waiting on the intake manifold gaskets, which we do have now. They're inside the car somewhere. But yeah, I started it at the person's house that I bought this car off of. I started this car with, it had 4 cracks in the head. It had 2 cracks on just the 2 center cylinders, number 2 and number 3. And it started and ran. It knocked slightly. And yeah, there was a smoke plume that came out of the back of this thing. You can't see it, but there's trees out over there about 150 feet away, and you couldn't see shit. It was eating coolant faster than it was eating air. And yeah, it took some ether to get it going, but once it got going, can't wait to hear that 2-liter single overhead cam run again properly and not with 2 cylinders, no compression. Then we got the 97, dang it, not 9, the 96 F250 XLT with the 7.3, but it is an old Missouri truck. And the old tag here that's kind of mostly faded away is the old Missouri tag. And I don't know if you can hear it, but the doors are Kevlar lined on the inside. The firewall has Kevlar on the inside of it too. I'll try to show that to you one of these guys, because this driver's side motor is getting ready to go, and my wife's had this truck a long time, and as you can see, the inner seal scraper for the window's gone. The outer one is like completely broken apart and barely even touching the window anymore. It's way down there, and it's starting to develop a little bit of mold. But biggest problem with this guy is that right there, that body mount has punched through the floor, and it's not too pretty, so I need to find another body for that 7.3 to go into. This is a 4x4 also, but it's only a 3/4 ton. But I got this back axle apart. Well, not the axle, the brakes. I pulled the anchor pin out. Can't find another anchor pin to save my life, so I'm just gonna run a little bolt through it and get that going that way. And yeah, I got the random Chinese Honda clone here, 200cc, the 300cc ATV. Anybody want that 96 Plymouth Laser? I don't know why, but after you drive it under a load for a little bit, like driving up the hill, the dang thing just randomly shuts off and overheats horrendously. It looks nice here in the rain, but like the paint's coming off the chrome. Well, the chrome's showing through the paint on there, and then like you can't really see it too well, but like all the clear coat's like bubbled and gone. There's like almost no clear coat in the whole car. Like you can kind of see that it's like weird fadey over there. That's the clear coat just completely gone. Kids freaking dumped dang trash out of the Expedition. Got the red Expedition. Got the 2010 Mustang GT with the 4.63 valve. And when I bought it at the dealer, I didn't realize I got duped. Hurst badge. As you guys can see, the Hurst equipped. The whole door is just a little tweaked when you can kind of go like, ooh. But once again, I got the Hurst badge. That's not a Hurst shifter. That's an OEM shifter with a Hurst knob put on it, and the dang jerk cut the dang top of the OE collar for the boot so that the Hurst knob would screw down and tighten, but he like cut it at like a freaking 45-degree angle. And yeah, you can kind of see the, I guess you can't really, no, you can't see because it's up under there. Anyhow, it's cut at a fucking stupid angle. Dang it, excuse my language again. Got the worn out steering wheel, all worn out, 145,000 miles. All stock. This thing's all stock. This thing's got 212,000 and change on it. And I don't clean it. It's the daily. So is the Mustang. The 96 over there used to be the daily, but it developed brake problems where the brake pedal stuck to the floor. Got my son's '83 Honda XR 500 chilling out in here. This thing runs, but the front case seal between the jug and the block blew the gasket out, and it was puking. Yeah, right there you can see the gasket's pushed out right up there, and it was just blowing exhaust right out that, blowing it straight on the exhaust here. And yeah, you can see it cleaned up a lot of the metal. Oh, I guess it didn't clean it up, but it was a smoke show. It made a mess. It's still a mess. We haven't gotten around to it because it's been too cold outside. Trying to get that little 150cc Chinese clone going, but it has a broken valve guide. That's the head for it sitting right there. And yeah, I got it. I put it. It's junk now, but I put a brand new $20 piston in this thing because the old one was seized up, which that one's about to be too. And oh, the valve guides. The other half of the valve guide was up here. One of the animals must have knocked it down or something. All the keepers and everything are gone, but as you can see, there's no place to put a valve seal here anymore. It's gone. There's a place for a valve seal in that guy. You can see a little green valve seal right there. You can see that the previous owner tried to glue it on there. The thing was blowing fireballs right into my crotch when I was trying to start it. I was standing over kicking it, and it was just bah, right in my leg. It was like, oh god! What's the remnants of the plastics from the Chinese ATV sitting right over there. That is Haywire. He's our newest member of the family. Oh yeah, there's the two Pirelli tires and the one brand new inner tube with full metal valve stem on it. Got my Harbor Freight tire changer sitting there, the bar force down below, but it's not bolted to anything, so I can't really use it. That's unfortunate there. An old snake thing broke. That one is the new 150cc engine for this thing, but the better thing is that one's the push rod, whereas this one was the overhead cam, and the overhead cam is notorious for having problems, and they're not as reliable as a push rod engine. So it'll be nice. The push rod is slightly bigger, but it'll fit. If not, I'll just take all the parts off of this guy and move it over to that one. But yeah, that's just about all my vehicles. These two boats are going to be going to scrap. We inherited them, and freaking there's some real messed up stuff going on here. Like that is so sketch. It literally broke in half at the guy's house. And then the old man of my wife, before he passed away, did this and got it here. Luckily, I mean, like, it's gone. There's not much left of this frame. Like, you can see the wheel. It's cambered in pretty good. The spindle's starting to let go, and it's busted. Like, you can see that all the lugs and everything are straight, but look how close that guy is. It's going. That frame's literally, the tongue is twisted at like a 10 or 15 degree angle. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it from here, but it's messed up. Right. And it's twisted this way too. Alright. See you, everybody.